You thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Hey, here we go. Sunday. 13 next. Line.
Smith going to go to the air first play. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Geno now to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is. But that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers. Literally and figuratively.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll run for the first time with Amari DiMercato. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
The give is to DiMercato. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. there to make the grab. And the Cardinals are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Geno.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On the handoff, it's DiMercato. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Brissett. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
That's complete. Genty out of the backfield.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Dante Thornton, 45 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
And that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Hey, kill, go.
Now Brissett on 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Here's DeMercado.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, check, go.
Running, DeMercado.
They follow up the 1st and 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
On the ground, it's DiMercato. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Hey, 120. Got it. Hey, go.
Out of the gun, Brissett.
Goes right back to McBride.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Hey, kill. Go.
A run, it's DiMercato.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Go.
Brissett now.
That's caught by Harrison, right side.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Here you go. Hey, kill. Go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They go play action with Brissett. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And his kick is indeed good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
19, go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, Kill. Go.
On play action, Brissett. That ball caught by Harrison. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
19. Hey, go.
Brissett sets to throw it.
This is taken in by McBride.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34.
Carter straight ahead.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On the bootleg, it's Brissett.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
19. Go.
Brissett. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
19. Good. 12X.
In motion right, that's Harrison.
Go.
They'll throw again. Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Hey, check. Go.
Carter is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Going up top. This is caught at the 20.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas.
56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Throwing now is Gino. This will be caught just inside the 10. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bowers. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Brock Bowers.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Play action now. Brissett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here's Brissett.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
And he is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Carter.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
A throw to the flat for Carter. Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Cardinals!
Michael Carter.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Cardinals use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's 1st and 10. Smith to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Now Brissett.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
He's going to let it fly.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Slow ball, slow ball. Hey, here we go, hey. Here we go, slow.
Smith's going to throw it.
He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Ready.
Smith toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. Run, strike, strike. Hey, alert.
One last throw here for Smith.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never, but in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll start on the ground with Ginty. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
No ball, no ball. Come on, set. Reload, set. Another line. Come on, set.
Back to throw, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Everybody, line. Get ready to get up. Good. 49, flip it off, 49. Come on, set.
Here's Smith. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
53. 13 next. Come on, set.
Here we go on 4th. Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready. Ready, set. Hold. Come on, set.
Smith throwing again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, set. Hey, it's a clip. Hey, go flip her up. 13 next.
Now Gino. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Jack's left. Slow ball. Check 59.
To the air again, Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Slow ball. Tuesday.
They snap it to Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
49.
Again, Smith. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, here we go, hey. 53. Hold. Strike. 13 in.
Gino now to throw. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Hey, it's a clip. Run. Hey, run.
Smith. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Hey, we go slow. Hold.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal. So now it's 2nd down.
Slow ball. Ready.
Throwing is Smith. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Brock Bowers
From 8 yards out.
and the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Olave motioning to the left. Here's Shuck. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
Shuck now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38.
18 Cardinal.
Shuck again.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
19, 18.
Now Shuck. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Shuck to throw for it on 4th.
And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Throwing, Shuck. Open man is Tipton. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And
that he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Geno. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
To throw is Smith. He's going to take another shot here. Here's a diving catch right side. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good,
and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And it will be an excellent return here all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a play. To throw is Shuck. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw now, Shuck. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Malcolm Kuntz in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints have cut it back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, it's Genty.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2nd down and 4.
13 next.
Here's Smith. They'll get this out to Genty. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Geno.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Geno going to hand it to Genty.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he maneuvers his way down in the 3-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Hey, we go to the line. Good shot. 49, flip it off, 49. Check 51, check. No ball, no ball.
Now Smith. Touchdown Raiders.
Dante Thornton.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He completes it to Olave.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
There we go, sit on. 53, 53. No ball. Hey, it's a clip. Hold.
It's like he'll throw here. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10.
Hey,
Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
Now Smith. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
The extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Smith.
That's complete yet again to Thornton.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Tuesday.
Smith now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied?
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New Orleans Saints.
"22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And we are underway from the Superdome.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Smith going to look to throw right away.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thornton. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Smith now to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Smith. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 75 yards. And the Raiders march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Go street. 19, 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Shuck. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Now Shuck. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Saints are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Smith. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno down to throw. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Play fake. Shuck. There's Chris Olave. Into space at the 45.
And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
Mustang 19. Warriors 70. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready, ready.
To throw is Shuck. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
To throw now, Shuck.
And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Panther 60.
Throwing again here, Shuck.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Bronco 80. Buffalo 18.
Shuck now to throw.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity, but
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. If we hit 3 in a row, because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go.
Throwing, Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Second and a couple. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Second and 5. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Try to get that one to Chris Olave, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Dragon 60.
Back to throw here. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Malcolm Kuntz with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
Now Geno. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Oh, good return up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the basket.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Made by Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Back to 60, back to 60.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, 40 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Here's Smith.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A run out of the gun with Genty.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Second down and 8. A give out of the gun to Genty.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Once again, it's Genty.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Smith.
He'll get this out to Genty.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
2nd and 6 coming up.
53. Here we go.
Again, Smith.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Smith. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. Here's Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Genty.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hey, Tony. Hey, we're going to run. You see who?
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Second down, goal to go.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Head to 60, head to 60. Check, 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 check. Warriors 70. Check up.
Back to throw.
Finding Alvin Kamara for the completion.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
70 Lions. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 19 tight, 19 tight. 19 Lion. Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Here's 1st down.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
On a completed pass, got to get down quickly and call a timeout.
Ready? 70-10 for Wolves.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie things at 17 all.
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And he returns this to the 22. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
And the Saints signal for another timeout.
They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Again, a good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now.
They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
Smith's going to throw it.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Smith to throw.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And do you believe this? It's a safety, and the ball game is over.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.